I used to play video games for 12 hours straight. I remember every weekend I would wake up and before I even brush my teeth, I would turn on my PC, open Fortnite, and for 12 hours straight I would sit in that little desk that I had in my room and play. And whenever I got bored of playing Fortnite, I would run to anime. Whenever I got bored of playing anime, I would run to Fortnite. While I was playing Fortnite or watching anime, I didn't have to think about anything except the thing that was in front of me. I didn't have to think about the life I hated so much, about how miserable I felt. I remember there were nights when the pain was so much that I would just sit there in my bed staring at the ceiling thinking, what's wrong with me? Why do I feel this way? That's what night does. You can run as much as you want to distractions all day long, but whenever night hits, it will always remove every distraction that you run to, and it will force the mirror that you have been avoiding all day long. That's why every night I was laying in bed staring at the ceiling in front of me and started to think of everything that I had been avoiding. For years I kept doing that. But at some point, after spending so much time in that place, you slowly begin to want change. You slowly want to a better life. And I tried many times to remove those addictions from my life. But every time I tried, I'd always failed and went back. Each time I went harder and harder. It became harder to quit. I thought I wasn't disciplined enough, and that was the reason I always failed. But it wasn't. When you're addicted to something, you can't be playing with that addiction or you will always get burned. I always used to say just 1 hour, just one more episode, just this last time. That last time I was turning to every time. I knew what I had to do, which was to remove every single thing from my life, to remove Fortnite, to remove anime for a season of my life. No playing with that addiction. So that's what I did. For a really long time, I stopped watching anime. I stopped playing video games. And after spending so much time working on myself, I realized something. Addiction is proof that you are capable of intense devotion. Because you are very disciplined, you are very loyal to the thing that it's destroying you. And if you are able to give those hours of your life to that thing, then you are able to do the same thing. You are able to give those same hours to something that builds the life that you want. So it's not a lack of discipline. I wasn't lacking discipline back then. My discipline was pointed at the wrong direction. And all I had to do was turn that discipline around and point it at the right direction. It wasn't easy. There were times where I almost gave in to that temptation again. Don't get me wrong. I didn't cut anime or video games for the rest of my life. No, I love video games. I love anime. Right now, I can't play video games. I don't have enough time. I slowly started to integrate anime back into my life, but only when I became strong enough to not turn it into an addiction. But I had to remove anime once again a couple months ago because I was realizing that it was turning into one again. I wasn't able to eat without watching anime. I always had to be watching anime in order to enjoy my food. It was starting to become one of those things that you cannot get, that you need in order to get through the day. So I decided to remove it again from my life. I will start watching it again in a while, but right now I don't have enough time. And I'm going to be honest. I'm not. I know that if I watch anime, it's going to turn into something that I need every single day. So, be honest with yourself. What is that thing that you are giving more time, that is keeping you in the same place, that you could use that time and put it into something that is going to build the future that you want? Because that thing might be the addiction. And that's the addiction that you need to turn around. You are already disciplined, just discipline to the wrong thing.